Hadi has been taking 3 or 4 years trying to get into America so he can stand amongst the best. He almost took out Flex Lewis in Korea a few short years ago. He looks like he didn't miss a beat. He's definitely not a 212. For anyone was wondering whether or not he was a 212, you see the difference in the graininess of the skin?
Yeah.
Very thin. He showed up on time, and he looks very complete and in shape. He's gonna wreak havoc on some of these guys if they took this preparation lightly. Hadi Choopan's been dreaming of this moment. He represents an entire nation of Iran, the Persian wolf. Short in stature, maybe 5'6" on a good day, but as you can see,
oh wow,
thickly muscled from shoulder to shoulders. He's wide as a tank. Knock on Hadi, he needs a little bit more hamstring girth, but he's a big boy for being short in stature.
Now, this is one of these stories of the week as well. This is an international sport, it's an international federation. To see the acceptance and the excitement to have him as part of this Olympia is really heartwarming.
This is one of the sports, Tim, crosses color lines, religious, economic status. We embrace all athletes because we know that there's only one way to get here, and that's through hard work, blood, sweat, and tears in the gym, dieting, commitment. It's a universal language. And from the guy that wins to the guy that doesn't win, we all have that mutual respect. He's representing Iran very well so far. He's won over at the Palm Springs. Lou Ferrigno had a competition. He won the Lou Ferrigno Championships. He's won over in San Marino, Italy. He's been all over the world just winning in the Arnold Classic Championships as well while serving his country in the Marines, I believe. Army. It's not, you can't take that lightly. Look at how pretty that is.
That is just beautiful.
The arms are full, the quads
classic, a lot of size, and it's just quality size.
Yeah, we were waiting for Cedric to arrive in this competition, this last-minute invite. Didn't have enough time to really do a full year's prep with his job, but he always shows up and shows us what we have been missing in the way of the classic bodybuilding physique.
By having been military and having a daughter that's in the Army now, finding the food on base or prepping, finding the way to live that Army lifestyle, when you have duties that call, being out in the field, those kind of things, it's got to be really difficult, which is, it's great that he was able to take the time off and bring in this kind of conditioning.
Yeah, he definitely has it. The card they're stacked against him, but look what he brings. You know, Lee Haney said he would be Mr. Olympia back in 2009.
He may yet have his day.
Yeah, and he's been here. I mean, he's got a slew of titles under his belt. This is the one that's eluded him. He's had one top 6 finish here in Las Vegas, and I know that he would like nothing more than to be called out with the top guys tonight. He's one of those guys that takes pride in his posing routines. I'm curious to see what he'll bring tomorrow. I'm quite sure, 100% certainty, that he will dry out. You see the sweat start to break out? That's water under the skin. When that stuff starts to come out in the next 20, living all over the place, man. He's putting in work. Came off of a knee injury at the Arnold Classic, third last year, People's Champion. He's holding his stomach in very well, as you can see. Came off a knee injury and tumbled down a few placements at the Arnold Classic in Ohio.
His silhouette last year, coming out of the hole that was the big O, was just iconic.
It was sick. Yeah, big guns. Nobody's got bigger arms than Rolly Winkler. I'm not blown away by the detail, Tim. Maybe I'm hypercritical. I'm using that word a lot, but nobody's blown away in condition, and I've seen Rolly harder than this. The good thing is that nobody's really ripped, so the playing field is kind of more level.
You know, as much as he wants that Sandow Trophy and that check and the title, he's just happy to be here. He's just a genuinely happy guy.
I got to tell you, he's probably one of the guys that could care less if he got... I can't say that he doesn't care. He wants to win the show like all of us, but you couldn't tell the difference if he got dead last.
Yeah.
You know, coming to the Olympia for this guy is the dream come true. And he looks very good in his signature poses. That's a very nice back double bicep, but you can see the lower back is very shallow and very weak. He knows that. I'm not sure how to remedy that because, look, he makes up for it with the size of his arms.
The rear delts, the traps, everything is just beautifully detailed.
He's got body parts that overcompensate the lower back, but it's still a glaring weakness for a guy that big. And I say that by comparison to a guy like Dorian Yates, right?
Yeah.
He's doing a very good job of trying to control that midsection, keep it tight in between transitions. But you can see the abs disappear when he actually hits
there we go.
abs.
Yeah, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, a couple times it comes in and out.
So what is it about the Oxygen Gym in Kuwait that has all these major pros over there duking it out?
Well, sometimes you go where the best equipment is, the best environment, and also the best support team. And I can tell you, I've been to all the gyms. Those gyms, the O2 gyms that Bader Budai has, this is where the rubber hits the road, Tim.
Brandon and Rolly.
And there's only 4. So that was a comparison, I believe, for 5th and 6th. And now we're talking our top 4.
And Rolly's up there. They've got him up there.
Yeah, he's fighting to be up there because I can tell you the other 3 gentlemen, those are my top 3.
Hadi's got to be over the moon.
I don't want to sound like Nostradamus or anything, but those are my top 3 over here.
I'm going to let you pick me some keno numbers in a few minutes.
I have a feeling that Rolly's going to be pulling up the 4th. I'm not going to predict 1st, 2nd, and 3rd tonight. You got to come back tomorrow for that right here at digitalmuscle.com. Action starts Saturday night at 7 p.m.
Front lat spread.
And all the questions will be answered. Hadi's quads are ridiculous.
We're getting some pre-answers right now.
Yeah. Look at Brandon. Pretty pose. Athletic-looking physique. Got those big arms. His chest is full. Traps are hanging off the bottom of his neck. And this is his pose. He opens that side chest up, and Brandon seems to move away from the pack. And with William, I'm looking more at the deltoid and the bicep. And with Hadi, look at those shoulders and look at the arms.
Tricep is just popping out the back.
This is the contest between those 2 right there. That's the fight. But I believe that right now, I think Brandon might have the slight edge. I'm not predicting a champion, but I think Brandon might have a slight edge overall.
Okay, now from the back, Hadi's legs are very impressive.
Yeah, that's his strength, is his legs. He's a little bottom heavy in that department. Brandon's got that tiny little waist that disappears. Man, it's like splitting hairs, right?
It really is.
Look at Hadi's hamstrings.
So one of the things about the job of being a pro league judge that just isn't easy.
I've never had any desire. I'd rather be a critic than a judge because critics can be wrong. Hey, I'm not a judge. Hey, what the heck?
I prefer my job MC. I say their names and hand out checks.
There you go. Let these guys do the hard work and entertain. But look at Hadi from the back. That is a beautiful back lat spread top to bottom.
It really is.
He's got the calves to go along with the width.
Brandon's back had such width.
Yeah. Hadi's a little boxy in the waist, though. That's what's his Achilles heel, is that his waist is a little boxy. But he brings the condition as he hits that side tricep. The serratus comes in, the pecs come in, the abs, the delts. That's what you want to see.
Abdominals and
Brandon
thighs.
has that pose down to a science. You see where there's a little bit of water coming out on Rolly, there'll be a lot more coming out if they continue this route because he's now starting to break into that water reserve. He's carrying a small, thin layer of water.
All right. I preferred Williams' quads right there.
Your favorite, most muscular.
And Rolly's quads. Those are big legs.
Yeah, there's no question. But the abs, you can see, start to fade. He's got to control the midsection. Hadi is hard as nails right in this pose. Yeah, Williams fighting back, though. This is a dogfight.
Thank you, gentlemen. Back.